Hey guys, Chef Pickles here with a new video. This game is called Vampire Survivors. It's pretty amazing. It's on Steam, has over 150,000 positive reviews, and for good reason. It's your basic dungeon crawler with heaps of abilities, characters to choose from. I'd love to see more DLC for this game. It's as basic as it gets, but yet addictive that the couple of days of owning this, I played well over 20 hours. At the time of this video, I was 14 hours in. The game is as simple. It's simple as choose a character with a different ability to start with. I chose a character with garlic that gives you a force field that damages the enemies by walking into them or them walking into you. Other abilities like holy water will splash on the screen in random areas. Others shoot lightning with splash damage at the enemies, and many more to unlock to give you a different tactic for each level you play. You also get to upgrade your abilities as you level, making them stronger, bigger, and sometimes even giving you more projectiles. Game gets hectic real fast, with each minute of the game throwing more enemies, more stronger foe to defeat. Each game goes for 30 minutes until death comes and kills you. Unlocking new stages and modes to play. I love the replayability of this game and the characters it unlock along the way, and honestly it's just a lot of fun. I usually play MMOs, but this is a great game to get away and just play something different to cure burnout of the grinding. It's cheap, it goes for like $10 Australian and a lot of fun. As you can see, I'm only making this video 10 minutes, so I've kind of sped it up by like 200%, but pretty much what you do is you just run around killing enemies. Every now and then, like at a different minute mark, boss will come out, you kill it, drop a chest. You find little abilities on the ground like fire breath. Some even pull your XP by picking up those blue crystals. They have a magnet effect. You can also get that as an ability. I think overall, the game sounds really good. The feel of the game is amazing. It's super responsive. Has that Castlevania feel to it as well, so I actually quite enjoy it. The only thing that I will say is there isn't a lot of stuff in the game to play. You've got a few bonus levels, a few levels, so definitely would like to see some more DLC in the future and unlock super secret levels. Like, as you go around in the game, you'll find little pieces of extra loot, unlocking more abilities and stuff like that, which is cool and all. But yeah, it's just a bit short. But as I said, 10 out of 10. Like, it's really cool for a time killer. So in this dungeon, I've hit the 7-minute mark, so things are starting to speed up. But once it gets to that like 10-15 minute mark, things just get crazy. All your abilities are like completely upgraded by now. So you're completely smashing everything. There's a lot going on the screen. You feel super powerful, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, like it's hard to explain like until you like play it, because at the start of the game it's like really hard and you kind of suck. But after a couple of hours you start learning all the abilities, you start unlocking more abilities, and then you find your way to play. Like, for example, I like using garlic, which gives you the force field. I like using the holy water because it randomly splashes and does an area effect damage. I really like the King's Bible. It spins around you, so you've got like another force field to go with your garlic. And for example, so you take the Bible and you upgrade it all the way to the top, and you get a thing called an Evo. So if you mix and match the two things that match together, when you hit level 9, you get a legendary ability. And I'm pretty sure I pick it up in this game, and it turns like your Bible into some demonic like spinny thing, and it just goes hectic and it completely destroys everything. But I will say there is like plenty of ways to play this game. So each enemy has a different weakness. For example, like if you use garlic, bats are really weak to it, but when you come to like the skeleton mobs, they don't die as fast, and you've kind of got to change your gameplay. Like you can use axes that fly out of you and like splash the screen, and as you level it up, it will actually penetrate enemies and go through and hit more. Then you got your fire ones, your ice ones, you got your lariat that freezes people, which can be a lot of fun and kind of give you a bit of control of getting away when they hoard you, because you'll find that a lot in this game as well, that the enemies will hoard you and you'll kind of get stuck in a circle and they start enclosing into you and you don't know what to do, so you usually have to run through them and take a bit of damage, or you just kind of get stuck and die and have to restart. as I said, it's a 30-minute run, so it's actually quite a while to kind of get through it, but it doesn't feel like 30 minutes. Like, you definitely lose time when you play this game. Like, when I first played it, I was sucking at it until I unlocked more abilities, learned what the abilities did, and then before you know it, my first day of playing this game, I played for 8 hours straight. I completely neglected every other game that I play, like Warcraft. Yeah, it was kind of concerning for some people because they were like, wow, you're missing in action, you're not even in the game grinding. So I'm just at the 16-minute mark here, and you can see just how many more mobs there are now and how strong my abilities are getting. Like, there's just stuff shooting all over the place. It's just crazy. It's just like so much fun. Like, when you get all those projectiles, you have like the Bible spinning around you super fast, you have like the holy water splashing everywhere. I've got a whip that's whipping like left to right, and they all have Evo abilities, and you'll see by the end of the dungeon here, I'm completely untouchable. So all I'm doing is just running around collecting treasure, collecting gold, because you use the gold to upgrade your abilities and give you a better advantage of actually killing the enemies and giving you a better. Also, what I like is to make the game more difficult, you can actually spend coins to use a thing called Curse, which actually gives the enemies more movement speed and damage. So once you play through the game and you've kind of got to a point where you're just sick of destroying stuff, you can spec into making the enemies more hard-hitting and difficult to kill, so you want to check that out. So the last 10 minutes of this dungeon gets pretty crazy, so they start throwing like these massive Medusas at you. So they take a little bit longer to get down, but you know, it's totally worth it at the end of the day. Like, just making it to the end of the stage actually does feel like an achievement. Like, after you play the game, at the start when you die like 5-10 minutes in because you're trying to learn all the abilities, and then before you know it, you're making it to the full like 30-minute mark, which is actually a lot of fun. And yeah, like as I said, so there's achievements to unlock. So when you unlock the achievements, you do gain more abilities, more characters, more spells. So there's cherry bombs to unlock, there's like revivals to unlock, which is a lot of fun. So you're always finding something to do in the game. And I mean, like, as I said, I binge it. I play it about 8 hours at a time. I lose time, I lose track of time. And that's what I like seeing in a game, is where you don't feel like a game is wasting your time. It's you feel like wasting time in a game. And that's what I look for in a game. So we're coming up in the last 7 minutes of it. So this is when it all gets fun. Like, from the 25-minute mark and up, it's just a lot of fun. You get a big boss, you get him down. I should mention as well, each level has a different design. So like, one level will be outside, this one you're in a library, one you're in a church, the other one you're in a garden. There's also a boss bash bonus level, which is a lot of fun, where they just keep throwing bosses at you, and it's just high risk, high reward kind of gameplay. It's quite difficult. I still haven't finished that level yet. Yeah, there's just a bunch of different little game modes you can play, like little secrets you gotta look for in the dungeons. Like, yeah, and then as you unlock the modes, there's like cards you can collect which give you extra abilities, so your abilities are a lot stronger. You can play in hyper mode, so the game mode is sped up. You can speed up the enemy mobs. So you essentially can turn a 30-minute game into a 15-minute game once you get good enough, because it just becomes more high risk, high reward. And I do like that mode because playing half an hour at a time, like, my brain just goes AFK and I just start like going off with the fairies, and then suddenly I've just got this boss mob chomping me, which kind of sucks. And I find that if you do lose attention span in this game, you will get punished for it. So we're pretty much at the end now. Honestly, this game, I give it a 10 out of 10. It looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful, it plays beautifully. It looks easy, but it's really not. So guys, give it a shot, and thank you so much if you made it this far into the review. Peace out.